Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days in August, or whenever you click into the video. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future. Once I do that spread, we'll look into your person's energy and your energy. So I'd love to say a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who has been here with me. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. And I do personal readings. That information's in the description box. Okay, guys, let's get into your energy and see what's going on for you for the next 10 days. This is for Libra. All right, so in the recent past, we have the Three of Pentacles. Let's scoot this over just a bit to fit better in the frame. Then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Cups. In the current energy, we have the Three of Cups with the Five of Wands in reverse and the Justice in reverse. Then we have the Six of Cups in reverse with the Temperance in reverse and the Four of Wands. All right, so the overall energy for you guys for the next 10 days is the Queen of Wands. The first thing I heard is keep your composure. And I think there's going to be a need to, because I see where there's going to be some conflict, or at least there was in the past, due to either a past agreement that was a divorce, something to do with children, possibly child custody issues. But in this case, it's saying male or female, it doesn't matter. Keep your composure. So the Queen of Wands is someone who attracts a lot of people naturally. So you could be just at the top of your game over the next couple of weeks. People are going to be really attracted to you. You may not understand why someone, when you walk into a 7-Eleven, I live in Virginia, so I don't know if you guys have 7-Elevens everywhere that you watch from, but you know, a convenience store, and somebody just approaches you. It's like you're already charismatic people, but all of a sudden you seem to be drawing more attention to you. So let's get into the other circumstance. It's not going to resonate for everyone, I realize that, but there is something coming up, so I want to talk about it. But right now I just feel like you're going to be a magnet for attention. It doesn't matter who it's from. It could just be, you know, a lady standing outside of a grocery store and she just feels the need to have a conversation with you. So if you're wondering why that starts happening in this energy, you heard it from me. It's because there's something about you that's just truly magnetic. All right, so in the recent past, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So there was somebody who seemed to be, and again, this can be a male or a female, it doesn't matter. It's like there's confusion around how things are going to work out. You have, in the past, you may not have known exactly how things were going to turn out. Let's say you divorced and there were some things that were left undone. It could have been about child custody. It could have been just some parts of alimony. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, that's what I'm picking up on. And it's like it didn't complete and you couldn't see how things were going to work out in the future. It was a little disheartening. Now, the Knight of Cups in reverse could also tell me that somebody wasn't willing to give. In other words, they were kind of emotionally manipulating the situation and possibly the children. So just be cautious of that if you have someone in the past that seems to be difficult when it comes to things like that. Now, this could also be a third-party situation. It could be just three people who are in business together or you work together, and there's a little bit of confusion about what the future looks like. So I'm going to get all the scenarios that I can out to you and just take whatever fits for you. So somebody's not really telling what I feel like is the full truth about that business. So it could be difficult for you to see how this is going to work out for you in the future. I think this has come up a couple of times in the last couple readings that we've done. So 3 different scenarios right here. We have a work situation, we have possible child custody, and we also have some agreements within, if it was a marriage and you got divorced and there's still some aspects that need to be handled like assets. I feel like that's part of it too. They just mentioned a lawyer, so you may need to get a good lawyer in order to handle this stuff, because in the recent past, obviously, things were not clear. All right, so I'll get some clarifiers for that in just a moment. In your current energy, we have the Three of Cups with the Five of Wands in reverse and the Justice in reverse. This is what I was talking about. It's like 1 minute you feel like you've overcome whatever difficult situation. There's your card. Here you are showing up like, I don't want conflict. I just want to find a resolution. Can we agree on this? Can we come together and find some kind of a happy medium so that, can't we all just get along? You guys are so fair that it's unlike most situations where you can't find some resolution. But there are difficult people out there who, especially if it's an ex-spouse that's a little bitter, you may have difficulty with. This could also be people at work that just can't seem to get along. And this is you on one side, like a little bit frustrated saying, I don't want this. Can't we just figure this out? Can't we go out, have a couple drinks, like iron stuff out so that we can move on and find balance? Because that's what justice in the upright is about. It's about balance. That's why you represent it, because obviously that you guys know who you are, that you are the most balanced sign. You like the fairness in any kind of situation, whether it be a relationship, friendship, work, all of the above. So in the near future, we have the Six of Cups in reverse with the Temperance in reverse and then the Four of Wands. Now, if you were dealing with someone that you weren't sure about, this could have been an energy from the past that you lost patience with. You could have thought that you were going to be in a very happy, like marriage long term. And in the near future, I think you just lost patience with the idea that that's going to happen. So if you're in a partnership now and you feel like somebody's pulling back emotionally, and you had ideas about this coming to you, I think you've lost patience with that and you don't have very high expectations. You could be just closing the door on anything that isn't offering you what you want. Not everybody wants to get married again, but this is like a happy, balanced relationship, which obviously we've talked about that a few times. This is also your twin flame card. It's also a true soulmate card. And yes, all of them are soulmates, but this to me represents the happy one, not the one you have to learn lessons from. So you could just be saying, you know what, I want to leave the past in the past. I've lost my patience with anything to do with that. I'm over it. I'm finally closing the door on that. I want to move forward and find somebody that I can have this equal relationship with, where I feel like that person, and this to me is a lot like the Two of Cups, where they look at each other, where we see eye to eye, where we want the same things, we need the same things. So getting past this situation, yes, I do see you moving forward into a happier relationship, letting go of anything that you were disappointed with in the past because you don't have the patience for it anymore, or you just don't want to carry it around with you, whatever the case may be. All right. They just keep repeating, keep your composure. So whatever situation pops up for you, I'm going to say that. Let's see what's underneath. Okay, because here, see, the Seven of Wands is about, yes, standing up for yourself. But sometimes we have to be cautious because that can also be very defensive energy. And anyone who's having difficulty with someone, especially you guys who are trying to be as fair as you possibly can, sometimes, our defenses come up. Maybe our ego might kick in. Just move beyond that. Move beyond the ego aspect of things is what Spirit's saying. Don't let it hold you back from continuing to just move forward with a positive attitude. I feel like that's what the Chariot is saying. Find balance between the shadow and the light. We have Cancer energy here. We also have Leo, Sag, and Aries, as well as Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And then I have Sagittarius strongly. And then your card strongly here. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Wands in reverse. Let's see what comes out. Okay, this card was left behind. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it feels like there was a lot of effort in the past to try to renew the situation. The Five of Cups in reverse is like getting beyond any kind of emotional disappointment. And at this point, I think you're just done trying. So, or you were in the recent past. It's like, I've offered as much love as I can in this situation, and I just can't do it anymore. With the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles, okay, so we're going to go from the situation where you may have been married to someone who's making it difficult with children. This person could be having trouble financially. This could indicate that you as well were having trouble. Maybe there was difficulty finding a lawyer. Maybe they were just too expensive. But something's coming up with the Ten of Pentacles that's going to help support that. So look for the help that you may need if you need assistance. Now, if you were dealing with somebody who's also having financial difficulties, I feel like if they were hiding money, that's for either of you. It is not just for women. I had somebody say that in a Leo video, like, this is for the women. No, it's not. Men get money from women all the time in marriages. It's much more balanced. Things happen that way. It doesn't matter. Or even if you have a gay couple, so you can't say that that just happens to the guys. Now, if you were a stay-at-home mom or something like that, and you were having difficulties, and this could be where there was trouble within, like, the paperwork. Let's say the person was hiding that they were making money. The money's going to come up. Something's going to be there to be replace that or support that moving forward. So if you were expecting child support or alimony or something of that sort, it's going to come about. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Now, as far as losing maybe love in the situation, maybe whatever little bit of itty bitty love you had for the person or wanted to is just released because of these circumstances. If this is the work situation, I'm going to say hold on tight. You may be struggling right now. Sorry, guys. But if you are having financial troubles, sorry, it's these candles. It always happens. The Ten of Pentacles is saying that things are going to start showing up for you. Or at least they started to in the recent past. So that's another good sign. If you're working with two people where you're trying to find that happy balance, it looks like money's going to start coming in and making you happier. So that could be where that celebration shows up when we go from the Three of Pentacles to the Three of Cups and leaving like any past disappointments or problems in the past because things start to show up or they already did for you. All right, let's look at the Two of Wands with the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is for Libra. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords with the Lover. So this situation, obviously, clearly, I feel like there was two people that separated, parted, divorced. It was difficult. I think it may have felt like, how am I going to get started? Like, I got to find my passion again. The Knight of Cups is in reverse again to clarify that. So you could be dealing with somebody who is emotionally not available or doesn't think or act with emotion. Now, you could have felt like you were stuck, but this because you couldn't see how this was going to turn out. But that's not true. Moving into the future, it looks like things start to balance out. So this is that past energy. We know what you were dealing with. We don't need to beat it to death. We know that it was somebody who just wasn't really there for it and has made things pretty difficult. All right, now let's look at the Three of Cups with the Five of Wands. Just wanting to find a happy medium is what I would keep wanting to say. With the Judgment, the Judgment's not just about a decision. It could be that the judge hasn't made a decision yet for you or you haven't gotten to that point in the current energy. The Judgment in the upright would be a happy family or a happy situation. So if it hasn't happened yet, it does feel like in the future it's coming. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? And then we have the Five of Cups. So trying to work through, this cycle has not closed out yet. That's the reason it hasn't come to an end. Again, this isn't for everyone. Some of you, it may have closed out a while ago, but you're all on different timelines. So for those of you that it does resonate and this hasn't quite closed out yet, it just says there hasn't been a decision made. So it's leaving you kind of hanging and wondering. But at the same time, there's a sense of peace, of letting go of any kind of emotional disappointments from the past. And I want to say just keep the hope because it does look like in the near future things start to turn around. All right, let's look at the Five of Wands with the Justice, both in reverse, please. This is for Libra. Okay, so then we have the Hermit. This is what helps you, Five of Wands. Yep, standing strong, Queen of Swords. And then we have the Two of Wands. This is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I love it because it's at the bottom of the row and where we're clarifying for the current energy. So there will be a glimmer of light. You're going to see that there's hope. So hang on tight, because if the money isn't there or you're having trouble finding somebody to help out or you need a lawyer, there's things that are coming towards you. That Ten of Pentacles really tells me that you're going to have the support that you need. So the Hermit card is all about lots of wisdom. And I think this is you now. So you've probably done a tremendous amount of work and you realize, you've got to be cautious of people. Your fairness sometimes can be taken advantage of. And I think in this case, you've shined a light on people who just no matter what you do, they can never just be happy with anything. So you got to get them out of your life. You want to find energies in your life that are as balanced as you are, or try to be as balanced as you are, so that you can bounce that off of each other. You don't want people in your life that no matter what you do, they're just unhappy. The Five of Wands. So fighting for that peace in your life. And then the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is somebody else's energy who's a little bit manipulative. So if you're a male, you could be dealing with female. It doesn't matter. Back and forth. That could just be someone who's holding on to something, doesn't want to speak up. Now that could be you too. Maybe you have like a little ace in your pocket and you're just not speaking about it just yet. Like you're defending yourself, you're fighting for your right to be heard if it's at work in that situation because you really want things to work out, or if you're holding on to something and you're ready to get into that fight because you're smart enough to hold back. You know what it's going to take in order to win this, in order to get what you deserve from the situation, whether it be visitation, whether it be alimony or child support, or whatever it is that's going on there. Okay, so let's look at the Six of Cups in reverse with the Temperance in reverse. Like I said, it's just losing patience with anything from the past. It's like, let's just close the door on those things. Like, I don't have any time for this anymore. I just want to be happy. Yeah, taking your power back, the Emperor. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Perfect. Oh my God, wow. And the Lovers in reverse again. We're going to get that off the bottom of the deck. So this is you, male or female, taking your power back. Saying, you know what, I'm going to hold tight onto what I've got. I'm going to keep myself guarded. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to do what I have to do for me to keep me preserved. And that's because I trust that the higher up has my back. And this is saying that, yes, possibly in the future you will desire a long-term relationship, because that has come up twice now where I see in the future, even if you don't want to get married, this is just saying there's a possibility for a long-term relationship. I don't sense that it's going to be somebody from the past with the Six of Cups in reverse. I just feel like this is you taking your power back, saying, I believe in whoever you believe in and the power that be, and I'm going to hold myself together, do what I've got to do for me, and keep moving forward. Keep trucking forward. All right, let's look at the Temperance in reverse with the Four of Wands. Now, if you were with somebody and you lost patience because they didn't seem to want to move forward into a more serious relationship, this to me says that you're going to decide to possibly walk away from that and own exactly what it is that you have to offer, and find someone who does want the same things that you want. All right. So then we have Temperance again, but this time in the upright, and then the Moon in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. So you don't question, nor are you confused about what you want in the future. So for those of you that really do want to settle down into a serious relationship, clearly you don't want someone who's holding anything back. And I think you're going to have the patience to wait for somebody that is. Nor do you want someone who creates any kind of instability or is unstable themselves. So it just says that you're going to have the patience to wait until then. You may have a little bit of fear about moving forward, but I feel like that part is closing down. Like those fears are dissipating, whether it be fears about the outcome of this situation or fears about getting into long-term relationships if you've been burned in the past. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse just says there's still like a little bit of insecurity, or there's a tad bit of instability. Maybe you're just not where you want to be yet. That doesn't mean that you're insecure or unstable. It could just be that you want to find a more stable place for yourself before you move forward. And I think you're going to find the patience in doing so. You could be wanting to hold back a little bit with the Moon in reverse. I don't think you have anything to hide necessarily. I just think you want to work on yourself and your stability before you go jumping into a more serious relationship. Again, male or female. But I do feel like a good portion of you really do want that. And if you've already been in a relationship long term, it could be that it went from being difficult into working things out because you took your power back. That's going to be also for some of you. All right, so I'm going to clear this and we'll get into your person's energy. Sorry for that. All right, let's see what's going on for Libra's person. Okay. This is for Libra and their person, please. Both their energies. That was an interesting shuffle. All right. Let's see, feels right. Let's cut one more time. And your person. So your person's energy is releasing a lot of stress. Yep, they're not confused at all. So if you question whether they are, they're not. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I think this person's lost the courage to say anything, or they just don't want to. It doesn't feel like they're going to be speaking up. So if you're curious about what's going on with your person, I think they're kind of holding back. They're releasing any kind of stress or burden of the situation, if there was any. They're just not confused. Right now, I don't think they're feeling their greatest, and maybe they don't know how to speak up and tell you that, but that's how they're feeling. So you show up as the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Six of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So the overall energy is the Five of Cups. So getting beyond any kind of hurt or pain. As I said, I've already described them. That's the Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups, Empress in reverse, Queen of Wands or Swords in reverse. So this person's not wanting to really speak up or say anything. I don't think they're feeling the best that they could possibly feel, but I know they're not confused anymore. They're just trying to release the burden of whatever happened within this relationship. Now I feel like you're holding back emotionally. You could be moving out of one. I'll tell you why I think this. If this is you, you could switch it, but right now I feel like the energy that you're showing up as is that you're moving away from a situation with someone who is emotionally unavailable, and that's when things start to turn around for you. The Three of Pentacles tells me it could have been, yes. This could also be coming together and finally either reconciling or figuring things out. But I sense that there might have been a third party situation. So you could be leaving one and wanting to know how the other person is, or you just want to get to a calmer place and you're not sure how to figure that out. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that things will come together. And the Three of Pentacles is also about coming together and really finding balance. But I still can't get away from the sense that you want to move into a calmer place. So you take whichever scenario fits best for you. All right, how is this placed? Like that. Okay, I'm going to get the Romance Angels. This is for Libra. So we have Release Your Ex. Yep, that's what I was saying. This could be the one. Honeymoon. And then we have a Deception. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Well, could you be... Yes, absolutely. You could be engaged to this person, or you could be thinking about wanting to be engaged to them, but releasing your ex is going to be necessary. The time has come to clear your energy. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I feel like you do know this person if it was third party. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Deception, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So wherever there might be some deception, it could be... maybe you're deceiving yourself that you were happy before and now you really want to go back and to somebody else, or you could have been thinking that this wasn't going to work out and you really wanted it to. So there's, again, you can flip-flop the energies and decide which one fits you. I do think there needs to be some time where the two of you, for whoever this person is for you, get together and not just talk about it, but because that would have been a different card. But the honeymoon is like, spend some time, really, really spend some time like together. All right, so the Lover's Oracle. Let's get a couple of cards from that. Okay, so this one's coming up. It says passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And then we have imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. That's beautiful. And then we have you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Love that. All right, last but not least, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Messages from Spirit. Thank you. This is for Libra. All right, so we have yin. This is going to be balancing out your masculine and feminines. We have milk and honey, chaos and conflict, between worlds, and time for a nap. Well, anytime that card comes up, time for a nap, it reduces to a 6. To me, that's just finding balance, getting enough sleep, taking care of yourself. So balancing out the masculine and feminine energies. This is about nurturing yourself. Another 6. You could be seeing 6s a lot because you have 3 here. Because the next card is a 33, and then we have another 3. So a lot of 3, 3, 3, and you could be seeing 6, 6, 6, which, by the way, is not as bad as people made it out to be before. It's actually quite an angelic number, so look it up if you have questions about that. Milk and honey, to me, says that there is so much more that you can recognize is good in your life if at the moment things are difficult. If not, and you're getting past that, beautiful. Just really nurture yourself. And then chaos and conflict, yes, if you were dealing with that, that could seem and feel like there's chaos and conflict. We all have some. I mean, I don't think there's a day where there isn't a little bit of up and down, right? We're human. We're living that way. And then between worlds. So you could be leaving one situation, moving into another one. You could still feel like you're trying to balance out your not only masculine and feminine energy, which is what it wanted to say, but also your shadow aspects and your light aspects. And you're just moving at a nice pace into a brighter place, into a much more calm place. Is anything ever perfection? Absolutely not. But it doesn't mean that we can't be more at peace. And that's where I feel like you're finding what you're finding. All right, my loves, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. And if you'd like a personal reading, that's in the description box. I hope you guys have a great 10 days. So much love to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.